Hello everyone, welcome back to the Cursing Seamstress. I have a very quick video for you today. I'm laughing because I was trying to get this tripod situated and was having a hard time doing that. The last video I showed you some little crafty pouches that I had made that were kind of fun, and gave you the pros and cons of each one. So I've made another one. This one comes from sew4home.com, SEW the number 4 home.com. I think I really like this one the best of the ones that I've made recently. It's a little bit more time consuming because the front piece is made of 3 pieces. And actually that's the only thing that makes it more time consuming. This is it. These are the 3 pieces, the top piece, this little square, and then the bottom. The back is the llama stuff. I don't know when I'll ever get rid of this llama fabric. Llama fabric for the wrist band, llama for the little tab. This little clip I actually took off. I was going to give a like a koozie thing that I had gotten from Tabor's Medical Encyclopedia. I don't even know, must have been years ago, and I'd had a clip on it, and so I took it off and used it for this. So so that's that. The inside is the same as this fabric right here. It's that Swiss dot stuff that I have used in the past. This is a wonderful pattern. I think it's pretty cool because your stuff can stay safe in here because it has a zipper. It's not going to fall out. You can cram whatever you need in there. I think my cell phone would fit in here. I don't have an iPhone. I don't know how big they are these days, but you could probably fit a phone in here and whatever else you needed if you were going to a concert or you know, some sort of a sports arena place where you don't want to bring in a whole bunch of stuff. The wristband is really perfect. I mean, it'll stay on and dangle, and you will have both your hands to maneuver. So I do recommend this. I think it's really nice. All of the pieces are interfaced. It's quite stiff, has good body. The one thing, I put this up on Instagram, and I got a couple of likes, and then my daughter made the comment that this looked like a camel, and it is a camel. I have a llama somewhere, and I could have digitized a llama. I can actually scan from the fabric and then digitize my own whatever llama that will look exactly like what I scan. I can do that, but I was lazy. I saw the camel, and I thought, well, maybe nobody will notice. That's such a stupid thing. But anyway, it's a camel. Yes, it is. But that's that. I love this one. This is not difficult. Let me say the only negative, and it could be me, but what happened was that she gives you all the measurements to cut out. But when you're sandwiching at the end, when you're sandwiching everything together, what I found was that this piece was longer than the back piece and longer than the lining pieces. And I think what happened is when the person made up the pattern, this zipper measurement was not included because that's about the amount that I had to cut off. I actually cut it off the top right here to make it match up with the other pieces. So that's the only negative, and it could be me, but I don't think so. I just think that this was not considered, and that is a good maybe a ½ inch in there. So that you will be off if you're doing it. It's not the end of the world. You can fix it and true everything up. The other thing that I did was I made a Minky pillowcase, and And I also put a little bit of embroidery on the edge. This is it. It's Minky. I mean, there's not really anything that I'm showing you except Minky. But this is the design that I put on here. It is a crown, a white crown. And you're probably saying, but Cursing Seamstress, what are all those green marks on there? Well, I had to, it's upside down. It's not really in real life. It goes like that. But to put on this, you know, the little cuff piece, you have to, and actually I messed it up the first time because just not paying attention, I made the cuff, a long cuff piece, and I marked where the little embroidery design was going to be, and just stupidly I made it, I put it in the middle of the long piece, and even sewed it on the big piece, and of course it was wrong because the middle of this is going to be on the, I just kind of noticed that my memory card was full. I don't know when that happened. I'm just going to pick up where I think it might have happened. So I was showing you my Minky pillowcase. And so the first time I put the design on there and I attached it to the main body of the pillowcase. And what happened was I had centered it wrong. Instead of centering it on half of this, you have to center it on the quarter piece. So what I did, I wasn't going to unpick anything on Minky. So I just cut the band off and made a new band, and I added on an inch to accommodate for my seam in here and whatever got cut off, and then quartered the piece and put my design on there. So anyway, that's what you have to do when you if you don't embroider. If you do, you know, I mean, it's all about centering and making sure your design is in the exact spot that it needs to be in. So that's what all the marks are. And that means that, by the way, what I use this green is a Crayola marker. And I saw somebody on YouTube, oh gosh, on the So Easy channel. That lady, and I apologize, I can't remember her name, but she is very good at what she does, had a video one time about those markers. So if you want to go back and look, I don't have one of those in front of me to show you, but I actually tested it and it works great. It washes out. And the good thing is that you can use darker colors if you need to, so that the markings will really show up. So that's what I do. That's it. Another mistake that I made, my seam matches it really good on this, on the end, the cuff piece, but right here it's off, and I don't like that at all. I guess I could tuck it down and just put a stitch there, but what I should do is the type of cuff piece that you actually do fold back up here, you know, to the, no, I'm not explaining this very well, but here's the cuff that you actually fold it back up here and then stitch across here so that you don't have a raw edge on that end. I had no trouble sewing with Minky. I had read a couple of and watched a couple of tutorials about how it's important to pin, and of course I've always pinned. I didn't have any trouble sewing with Minky. It did great, and what I do with a lot of stretch fabrics is to sew the initial seam with a large straight stitch and remove the pins and then serge, and that's what I did here. This is the interior. Serge that, serge the cuff piece on. So the next thing is for me to wash this up and get rid of those green marks, and then it's done. So that's it, just those two things. I'm on my way to church in a few minutes. I've got to do my hair and gather some stuff together. I've got to get together to go to this evening for a buffet style meal, and that's it. So it's going to be a long day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in about a week. Bye-bye.